Well, hello, my friends. Nikki Warren here, and I'm so excited to introduce you to my daughter, Coral Warren.
Hey guys.
Thanks for being with us, Co. So today we are going to take a quick and fast look at how to avoid the quarantine 15. So everybody's been talking about it, and there's been funny memes, but all the funniness aside, it's serious. Like, we don't want to gain weight through this. We know when we start gaining weight, we don't feel good, we don't feel confident. And why I was super excited about introducing you to Coral is because really the two of us live completely different lives dealing with the same situation. And so all of us have different ways of jumping into this new way of living, or actually being thrown into it, right? And we need to share our tricks and tips on how to live healthy dealing with what we have going on. So Coral is an ICU nurse, and she also works in the ER. She works in a very busy area, so she's in the Bay Area, and has lots of weight on her shoulder, where me, I'm more in like isolation quarantine, but still working very hard. Probably don't have as much time to do lots of homemade food, but really want to do my best to stay healthy and inspire you to stay healthy. So this is going to be just a quick snapshot on a day in the life of Coral Warren and what it looks like for her Jumpstart 30 and to live as healthy as she can. So thanks for being with us, Coke.
Of course. Thanks for having me. No, I'm excited to give a different perspective, because I'm sure most of you think that I would be the poster child being raised by the great Nikki Warren, but she is actually as good as she is because she has been challenged by me from day one. With my lifestyle and with my eating habits, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm normally pretty healthy, but I also really like Taco Bell. And on my days off, sometimes I'm pretty sedentary. And so it's times like these that I am so thankful for this group and so thankful for this kind of support, because I can't fall back onto my bad habits. I have to set myself up for success. I do not have the option to let my immune system slip at this point, and my body needs to be at its most prime physical, mental, nutritional well-being needs to be at its top level. So just giving a different perspective on how to incorporate new habits into this Jumpstart 30 from a perspective that doesn't always have the best habits starting out with. So the easiest thing for me was just incorporating lemon water right when I wake up. So the majority of my day is going to be filled with coffee and water. I go back and forth. It's been a long day at the hospital. So easiest thing for me was starting my day off with lemon water. And then I go to my supplements. So not a huge like mind-changing thing where I'm like cutting out this and cutting out this. All I'm doing is adding water and lemon, and then I'm adding my supplements. So
I'm going to jump in really quick. So I just wanted to remind everybody that a quick disclaimer is that we're coming to you as coaches and of what works for us. We're not suggesting what's going to work for you. You need to make sure that you check with your physician and your healthcare provider, because supplements have different effects with different prescription medications. Also, if you're not eating a ton of veggies and you start eating a ton of veggies right away, it can cause like gastrointestinal pain. So please know that what we're sharing with you works for us, but you need to make sure that you're consulting the right people to make sure it works for you.
Totally. Yeah, definitely. So I start my day off with a probiotic. It needs to be taken on an empty stomach. So these are the pills that I take right when I wake up with my warm glass of lemon water. This also has a mood component to it. Anything that helps me with my mood, I'm a real fan of. So this is my probiotic that I take every morning. And then I am also taking my multivitamin. I make sure that I only take multivitamins or vitamins that are in whole food form because my stomach gets pretty sensitive. And one aspect of taking whole food form is that your body better digests it, and also having it be a whole food form, your body better digests it. So it's less hard on your stomach, but then it's also better absorbed. I've always taken not always, but the last couple of years, I've taken a prenatal, just because it's higher in iron and there's a higher electrolyte part to it. Also, there's some folic acid in it. So at this time in my life, if I happen to have an I want to make sure that I'm safe there. I also take a vitamin B. This is a B complex, and it's in a raw food, whole food form. And I am also taking Super U. So this is a new little gem that I've added into my day-to-day. It has one of the main components is called Ashwagandha. And it really helps with your cortisol level, so your stress level, the hormone that's created by having too much stress.
Ashwagandha is not super expensive, and so if you're looking at like the Super U, and maybe it seems pricey, or maybe it's something that you want to invest in, but you can also find clean ashwagandha too that's not quite as expensive, and it also helps with like our hormones too, ladies. So it's a double duo.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed that supplement so far. And then I am also taking a digestive enzyme. It has a higher dose of turmeric into it, and in times of stress, your body can create more stomach acid, and so having this incorporated in the morning, I sometimes take it if I have time, I'll take it before my meals during the day, and then at night for sure before I go to bed, just to help with the digestive system, and it's kind of like an anti-inflammatory as well.
That's awesome. And just as we're getting older, we also create naturally less of those digestive enzymes naturally. So it is really good if you can afford it, and it's something that you want to do, is include digestive enzymes before a meal.
Right. And then last but not least is my my new apple cider vinegar gummies. So there's been multiple times in my life where I have been diagnosed with stomach ulcers, whether that be from stress or my sleeping habits with being a nurse. At the end of the day, the only thing that worked for me personally was apple cider vinegar. And this is just a much more enjoyable way to take it down, other than being on my salad. I love apple cider vinegar on my salad, and I actually kind of enjoy having apple cider vinegar by itself and like in a drink in itself, but this is just a no-brainer.
Like a little treat.
And because it tastes so good, I never forget to take it. Yeah, exactly. And so those were just easy. What everyone's looking for is just like a simple pill to take to have a change in my habit, was starting off with lemon water, adding in my supplements, and then a big game changer for me was eating my veggies before my meal. So veggies first.
So that's what I want to dive into just quickly, is that is kind of like our motto with like Jumpstart is eat your veggies first, eat your veggies first. And all of us are coming from different places. So me being at home is I'm prepping my food. So the first week my feet got taken out from under me. I was just eating chips, not eating at all, and then eating way too much at night. And then all of a sudden I was like, what am I doing to myself? And so I went back to my daily prep that I did when I went to work, and that's steaming my vegetables in the morning. All I do really is prepare my veggies, because I know I'll eat everything else anyway. So I prepare my veggies, I pack my waters, I put them in, and I eat them. Tell us how you eat your veggies first in a busy work day or a busy work life.
Yeah, I mean, so just sort of quick little snapshot. So neurologically, we have these pathways that are built into us when we're younger. And a lot of times, being in the society that we are, we base having hard times and feeding food to it, and having good times and having food to it. So it's like you are a kid and you've hit your knee on something. Mom always fixes it and then gives you a popsicle, you know. So we have these neural pathways that in times of conflict and in times of stress, we look to food. And then also on the other side, in times of celebration, we look to food. So really focusing on being bigger than your neural pathways, and then also being sensitive to them. So I know for me, if I restrict myself from something, so if I say I can't have chips and salsa, that's all I'm going to want. So I have to respect myself and my mental process, and that doesn't work for me. So what does work for me is saying, have your vegetables first, and then you can have whatever you want, you know, whatever you want. So what's been super easy for me is I have just been getting like little organic packages of vegetables.
Great.
So that's super easy for me to throw into my bag. For some reason, food prep for me is impossible. I don't know why. It's something that I like cannot do. It bugs me. I can't do it. What I can do is I buy these and I buy this, my bitchin' sauce, and I start my meal off with that.
So tell me how many ounces are in that green beans. Look at how many ounces is there. So what we're saying is add a pound of vegetables before your meals. So how many ounces is that?
12.
Well, so it's just under 1 pound. So that would be perfect. If you ate that whole bag of green beans before your meal, you're going to probably more likely eat 1 taco instead of 3 tacos or whatever's in the break room.
Exactly. And that's like the thing is, for me, is just setting yourself up for success. So that's been my mantra through everything, with work, with anything, the way I set up my room, the way that I set up my stations. So, you know, so when it's more systematic, it makes sense to me and less like of a choice. I don't want to give myself too many choices. I like things to be simple and easy to follow. And so when I have this and I have this and I know that I'm eating that first and I enjoy it, I'm not like shoving something down my throat that I don't like. I switch between broccoli and cauliflower, and I'll bring a whole head of cauliflower. Yeah. And then I really, really love bitchin' sauce. And so that's a no-brainer for me. It's not painful. It's not a new thing that I'm trying to like incorporate that I don't like. And then I've found myself just not eating as much of the junk afterwards, you know? So, having it be less of like a thought process and more of just like, okay, I wake up, I have water, I take my vitamins, and then I start with vegetables.
Awesome. So just so you guys know, this is from Trader Joe's, and this is 16 ounces, which is 1 pound. So if you steam cauliflower, these little bags are 12 ounces. So just like saying is like, so this is almost a pound. So you could do, this is 5 pounds of vegetables. So these are all frozen vegetables. A lot of times Coral will just do like 1 head of broccoli, that's a pound. 1 head of cauliflower, that's a pound. And so be careful not eating too many vegetables at once if you're not used to it, because it will give you, it could give you a stomachache. But starting with your vegetables first. And so I know that we're kind of running out of time, but I really wanted to ask you quickly about when you're doing like takeout. So for me, I'm not doing any takeout because I'm at home and I'm cooking the meals at home, which I'll be sharing with you. And a lot of times this is what I do. I put cauliflower rice in, I put salsa, I put some beans in there, and that's, a corn tortilla or whatever that is, and that's my dinner. So tell me what you're doing with takeout. How are you eating your vegetables first, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so with the lifestyle change that we're in right now, we're gonna attach a link that has been just super helpful as far as like cleaning your vegetables and how to stay safe with doing takeout and going to the grocery store and what we're doing with our products and how to clean them and that kind of stuff. So there's a great link that we'll attach to this. And because I'm in a position where, yes, I am forced to go into the battlefield, but I'm also very, very blessed that I have not been laid off. And so we have made it a point that we really want to support our community if we can. And so we are doing a lot of takeout. I am only doing raw vegetables that I have myself have cleaned. So because the virus is easily killed with heat. So we're only doing cooked foods from restaurants. And just like a quick visual, we have a clean side and we have a dirty side. And so when we come in, we place our bags. I take out my container. I dump it on a clean plate. Same thing, dump it on a clean plate. Take all that, throw it in the trash, wash my hands, wash my place. Everything is clean. Okay. And in doubt, just wash your hands. If you're like, I don't know if I touched that, I don't know if I touched this, just wash your hands. And then in order for me to get my vegetables first, I am ordering steamed vegetables, steamed vegetables and sauteed vegetables. I haven't quite gotten to the level of asking them to not cook with so much oil or so on and so forth, but just making sure everyone has steamed vegetables. Everyone has a sauteed version. So that's how I'm getting my veggies through delivery.
Great. And awesome. And soup is a really great option too. So like soup, anytime you're eating food with a lot of like hydration and water, that creates like you're more satisfied with more water. So when you're ordering soups, if you're ordering veggie soups, that's a great thing to start with. So it's just all your veggies in soup. That counts 100%.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Well, I hope this was helpful, you guys. I know it was helpful to me. And I think that just together, if we could just make a commitment to eat our veggies first and to, of course, stay very safe, but you can do that in a lifestyle of, if you're in the healthcare profession and you're out there working really hard, you can still be successful in keeping your weight down or even actually losing weight through this in a healthy way, not starving ourselves, not in these crash diets, but just drink your water, take your vitamins, eat your veggies first. Simple, easy peasy, don't let it be stressful. Thanks, Coke, so much.
Of course, thank you.
I'll see you soon.